Well, I've got this. I'm calling these mini skinners, the ones that are going in leather sheaths. This is my neck knife, but I'm calling it a mini skinner when I make a leather sheath for it instead of a Kydex neck sheath. So I've got the grind line sanded out of that. I mean, I've still got a lot of sanding to do. And this one, dear Lord, I don't know if you can see this dime-sized thing I'm trying to sand out. It's got them here. Underneath, it's got them back here. And what it is decarburization, where some of the carbon has been burned off from heat treating. And I've encountered this before, but not to this degree. And this is the end of one piece. So I'm still working on sanding this out right here. This little dime-sized piece of decarburization. I have gone through some sandpaper and some petting. All right, I'm fixing to go get a Mountain Dew and sit in the front porch with my wife. I've only worked about an hour and a half, and today's Sunday. I don't feel like working that hard. I just took down all the siding on the back side of my house. And I was gonna film this. What I did was my water line, see where the spigot is there? Well, just inside the skirting is my main water line that comes up out of the ground, and it goes down the house to the other end where it goes up in the house. Well, anyway, I got some of that heat tape, and I had to pull the skirting off, which the people that did the skirting did just a freaking horrible job, man. I can't imagine anybody reaching out and taking money out of your hand and leaving knowing they did this kind of a job. Just terrible. And I should have known when they showed up. They all smelled like alcohol in the middle of the day. So, you know, right away, that's a bad sign. But the town was after me to get the skirting up. I mean, this town, I'm thinking about that today. This town has just been nothing but one nightmare after another, including the skirting. They didn't want me to, I wanted to put cedar pickets up. It would have looked really nice, way better than vinyl skirting. Nothing says I live in a cheap mobile home more than vinyl skirting. And especially when you get a few holes in it, and it don't take long to get a few holes in it. Anyway, I'm going to put the pickets up that I wanted to put up to begin with, and screw the town. And I'm gonna start on the back. I'm not putting this nasty mess back up, and I'm gonna do it right. It's gonna take me 20, I think I said 28, probably 30 pickets. So that's not a lot of money, you know, 30 pickets, $2 a picket. I can afford that. I got screws, if you didn't know. Well, anyway, I was gonna film this, but the very first thing I did was step on a landscape timber that I thought was, you know, stuck to the ground, and it wasn't, and it rolled out from underneath me, and I basically fell downhill as the landscape timber was rolling. I fell on it, and it rolled with me on it, and God, I feel like I broke a freaking hip. But anyway, I've got the heat tape on, and we're going to have to do something quickly about skirting because we can't leave it open for more than a few days. But we can have it up in a day. Alrighty, I'll show you that when I get to it. The heat tape was nothing exciting. I had to pull the insulation off the pipe, put the heat tape on, and then put my insulation back on the pipe. So we will not have frozen pipes again. Here's another thing that should have been an omen of how my day was going to go. First time I've ever used this ratcheting screwdriver. It's made by Estwing. It's actually not made by Estwing, but I'll tell you that in a minute. First time I've ever used it, right? Fell apart in my hands. Came apart. All these parts dropped out. I actually couldn't find some of the parts that fell out of it. It should be two of these here. There's only one. And a couple of washers and a snap ring fell completely apart while I was, first time I'd ever took it out and used it. And I called Estwing. And they said, well, we don't actually make that. Well, it's on your freaking website. It's got your name on it. I don't care who made it. Anyway, she said she would email me the number for JSP or some company that makes these. And it was like $12 when I bought it. I bought it at Lowe's. So I'm probably going to have to eat it, but... This is how common ivermectin is. And they're finding that ivermectin works better than any other drug they have. And there's some country that, India? They have 0 cases in places where they're giving out ivermectin.
They give you a bag, it has ibuprofen in it, and ivermectin.
Yeah.
For the COVID.
And it's, we can't use that word. And it's virtually eliminated it where they're using it. Go figure. I'm not going to say any more than that. But some people are just being led around by their fear. And some people are laughing at the nonsense. I laugh at this. The information is so easy to find. I mean, legitimate scientific information from mainstream people, scientists, not the Dr. Mengele, Fauci kind. But even the CDC, even on their own website, is information that's public, but it's not making it to the public, such as how many people have died as a direct result of taking the vaccines. I mean, within, days of taking it, developed symptoms that killed them. And that's on the CDC's own website. When I looked at it last, it was almost 17,000 people. I bet you it's over that now. And this is on the CDC's own website. And the NIH's website, now they have gone back and scrubbed a lot of information from their websites, but there's still some there that will shock you. Anyway, I don't want to talk a whole lot about that because that's not what my channel's about. My channel's about petting dogs, petting cats, making knives, riding motorcycles, and thanking the good Lord for whatever time I have left here on earth.